Hello, everybody. My name is Enrique Hernandez. I am an online student, and this time I'm gonna talk about the Fertilife, and in that case, it's gonna be the second part. Well, how do you know? This case is about fertilization, about the employees from Mexico. So they have an exchange personal for the company and all this stuff. In this part, I'm gonna explain about what happened. So I hope everybody and they can learn about my part in this case. So, well, let me start. And as well, we entered new methods of fertilization for a better process. We had obtained limited, not positive results for our company. Through this, we have noticed that the employees of Mexican have been broken off the heart, and the Mexican employers have communicated to us about the way no ethics of work of one of the U.S. employers toward them, as they feel denigrated and treated in derogatory manners. In the same way, this incidence of both fertilization and mismanagement expressed by one of the managers has involved of a type of the labor instability by such measure. These have been calling attention globally, and we are in the few words in the eye of a hurricane. So, in this case, they got a problem. We need to fix a lot of stuff, and they got attention from the public for everywhere. So there's a mess. So this problem is a quite serious, but with a solution because it is a fertilization process, which the company has started some experimental techniques of fertilization, implementing chemicals for the daily work of the company that due to what has been noticed have been created health problems, and this is for the work of the company. Well, they got a problem in this part because with the chemicals they use for the fertilization, some employee for the company they got make sick. They got a lot of problems on this. It's a problem for the company too. In the same way, employees of the Mexican nationality who work in the plant have a calling attention because one of the U.S. managers has made humiliating comments, and this way they have not feel comfortable and feel dissatisfied and has shown some restriction behavior. After the Americans arrived at the top manager of the company, no agreement could be entered into with the current managers in a appropriate way with the behaviors, and in this way the problem could have worsened in relation to the workers. Alright, I will mainly elaborate with will of trade with the national and international public to explain the responsibility factors for which these employers have been presented with some type of illness. On other hands, I would take advantage of the press conference to present the monitoring and the health plans for the same employers, since for the company the health employees is a situation of an urgent nature. Looking for the process that do not harm company and will be training a committee so that this process can coverage with each other and that of the company which elaborate massive participation of all the employers in the range. They can be the lowest ones, they can be the biggest ones, and they and that they express their complaints, concerns, and their opinions as improving the plans that they believe that they meet again to be response to what were raised by them, and they reach some agreement that allow them to work if no problem in relationship to fertilize without no will damage your health. The company will continue to evolve on the right track and in this way sign some type of agreement for each employer, which will materialize and format your company work and the regulation the company has with each of the employers no matter what the job position. In this part, I'm gonna do a meeting with all employees for the company, everybody, absolutely everybody, and we'll talk all the complainants. I will talk all the concern. I'm gonna talk like I'm gonna let all I'm gonna let all the employees talk why they feel everything. and then I'm gonna do a meeting with the org office, principal office, to talk about what part we need to try to do the best for the company, what we need to change, what we need to fix. So then that part is gonna be great for the company because we're gonna listen to everybody. Once we apply all this process of the structural organization, we will elaborate another press conference to show all the requirements that we apply, and mediating this we will publish worldwide so that any company or agreement in the industry can see with which margin of ethical principles that we are implementing to do our daily task of today. So we want to show everybody, we want to listen, we want to talk, we want to show to the whole public about how we want to fit and all the process and everything. So on the other hand, the situation of the manager who treat Mexican women in derogatory manners will treat her in a more internal way, showing her the list of complaints that are in her name and losing her from expressing herself in that way to any employer. If the manager in the hypothetical case he doesn't not want to desist from his actions because he will be sanctioned and depending of the number of the case that he could execute against him, he could be fired. After dealing with this case, he will start with the process of the induction of the labels, limits, and respect among employers. After the proceeding several months with these new laws or new policy will be applied with respect to the labor offense and disrespect among to the employers. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you can learn the same thing I can learn from these guys, the Fertilife. So I appreciate your time and have a good one. Thank you so much.